Yo, what up, though? Subscribe to my channel, man. Like the video and leave a comment. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I feel like the Minnesota Vikings should add a wide receiver to their wide receiver core, man. And his name is Zay Jones from the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. The Jag just released Zay Jones. I want to say late last week, man. But Zay Jones is a good wide receiver to me, man. I know last year he had a down year, but let's be for real. Everybody in Jacksonville had a down year last year, man. And his first year in Jacksonville, he did pretty good. He caught like 86 passes for like 800 something receiving yards and had 5 touchdowns. That was decent, man. But the Minnesota Vikings don't need Jones to be here to be number one wide receiver. No, we don't need that. We got JJ and we got Ja. We need Jones to be a third option for Sam Darnold or for JJ, man. Cause let's be for real. If Ja or JJ was to miss a game or two, do y'all feel comfortable with the wide receivers the Minnesota Vikings will put in? Like Brandon Powell is okay, but you put Brandon Powell in there, who gonna be the number 3 wide receiver? Like, let's be for real. I had no faith for real in the rest of the Minnesota Viking wide receiver room, man. That's why I feel like they should go out and add Zay Jones to their wide receiver room, man. Jones isn't a young buck out there though. He only 29 years old. I still think he got something left in the tank. And he can run. We all know he got some wheels, man. Imagine Jones out there with Ja and JJ. Them a lot of nice options for whoever the quarterback gonna be for the Minnesota Vikings, man. Until the Vikings can develop and have one of the young wide receivers step up and take that number 3 role from Zay Jones. But me personally, I want to see people battling and training camp for that number 3 and number 4 wide receiver spot in Minnesota, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all up, man. And I don't feel comfortable with the rest of the wide receivers we have, man. So Jones, I feel like will be a good, might be a little expensive, but it ain't gonna be no shit like no 20 or no 15. You might get him for about 6 or 7 mil for 1 year. Like, you can't lose, man. Cause at the end of the day, the Minnesota Vikings have to be ready for this upcoming football season, man. We all know wide receivers, they miss time in the NFL. They just like offensive linemen, man. And if the Minnesota Vikings slide Jones in there with Ja or whoever might miss a game or two, it don't even matter. We will still have wide receiver we could count on, and we still would have depth at that wide receiver spot, man. Like, what would we lose if we sign Jones to a 1 year deal? The Minnesota Vikings, I believe, has $16 million in the cap this year they can spend on whoever they want to bring in. But I feel like on the offense side of the ball, we need another wide receiver, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all up, man. And more wide receivers we have, the better our quarterback should play this upcoming season, man. So I'm all here for the Minnesota Vikings signing Zay Jones, man. Go ahead, Quasey, call that man up, tell him you want to meet with him, and put that man in purple and gold, man. Zay Jones in Minnesota with the wide receiver we already have with a Sam Darnold or JJ or KOC throwing, I don't care who throwing the football. He will be productive in the Minnesota Vikings offense. Cause let not forget, KOC like to throw the football, man. And he need pass catcher that can catch the damn football. He might run a little bit more this year though, but that'd be a nice that offense look good, man. Jones out there at the wide receivers 2 spot. You got Ja in the slot, JJ on the outside. Then we got the tight end. And we got Aaron Jones in the backfield who can catch passes. Just imagine how the offense will look once TJ Hockenson come back off an injury, man. And that's another thing we got to look at, man. TJ is gone. TJ caught a lot of passes in the Minnesota Vikings offense. So somebody is going to have to step up and catch some passes, man. I don't know who it's going to be. Could it be Keneal Hill, Harris, whatever their name is, Brandon Powell? I don't know. That's why I feel like they should go out and sign another wide receiver, man. Like Quasey, man, quit playing and bring Zay Jones up in here, man. Like, what would we lose if we bring him in on a 1 year deal? Like, why not? He ain't number 29 years old. We know he still can play. And he's 6'2". We need another big body on that football field to catch passes, man. Like, make that happen, man. Subscribe to my channel, and y'all let me know in the comment section below. How would y'all feel if the Minnesota Vikings went out and signed Zay Jones on a 1 year deal, only 1 year, for about 8 or 9 million? Like, that's a no brainer.